All right, friends. So the next 30 days or so until season starts, you're going to see a more structured regimen of practice from me. And I just wanted to share it with you because it's ideas on how to get prepared for a season. So one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to start with are cold shots, where I take the bow out at whatever distance that I want to be in my maximum effective range, and I'm just going to take cold shots from there. So let's say for here in Eastern North Carolina, I think 40 yards is a good range for me. Then I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot for 40 yards to become more proficient while I'm cold doing that, to simulate being up a stand, finally seeing an animal, and being able to take the shot. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to practice with my individual pins to make sure I'm focusing correctly on the target as I move those three pins to the position that I'd like them at. The other thing I'm going to do with those pins is I'm going to practice gap shooting between the pins to make sure I'm staying focused properly on that. And I also have a stand set up so I can check my third axis and I can get more elevated position shooting, which is the primary way we hunt here in Eastern North Carolina, is from stand. Anyway, like, subscribe, and comment for more content. Thank you for watching.
All right, so this is take 2 of our cold shot video. I tried this on Monday, I think, and it was not good. Everything was super low, and we're probably going to get some wind drift because Hurricane Aaron is sitting off our coast right now here in North Carolina, and it is a little bit breezy, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm going to start at 40 yards because that's what my bottom pin goes out to for max. I'm going to add 2 yards because I have lighted nocks, and these tapes are set without the lighted nocks. So yeah, go check it out. I like cold shooting because, when you're cold shooting, that kind of gives you a general idea of where you're going to be. When that deer first walks out. I'm not saying you're going to be efficient at that range, but it gives you a better idea of what you're capable of. If I can quit kicking the camera. So, here we go. Cold shooting. Was my top pin set at 40 yards. It was actually set at 42 to compensate for the lighted knot. Check out that D-Power V blue lighted knot. It shows up real good in the daytime. So, like that. All right, so the next shot's going to be, we're going to crank the dial back up to the hard stop, and I'm going to shoot from my 40 yard pin. I'm going to do a little practice, a little holdover on it, because I feel like, if I want to use that bottom pin at 40 yards, maybe the animal moves out a little bit past my 40 yard marker, I can do a little Kentucky windage holdover and still get my arrow to hit its mark. So that'll be what the second arrow is for. Before you beat me up in the comments on how I'm drawing this bow, remember I'm only 7 months recovered from surgery, so some things aren't settled out like they should be. I'm not 100% yet, so still working on it. And I'm not so worried about our September 13th or 14th opening as I am a November 5th date and November 5th draw I have in Iowa. That's going to Iowa this year. Yahtzee. Shot 2 on target. You see that one? That strobe light works pretty good. As you can tell, this time, so as you can tell, it's right on target. I think right there next to the blue one. But those are 2 cold shots. Not bad for a guy recovering from shoulder surgery, but I just wanted to come out completely cold, take some 40 yard shots just to practice getting ready for, deer walking out during the season. I feel like that's a good indicator of where I'm going to be, if an animal walks out. Makes me a lot more confident in my setup, and even with this, well, naturally, as I'm going to say it, with this wind, because it was pretty breezy when I was taking the shot, but now it's dead calm. But I am a lot more confident in my setup than I was on Monday. But sweet, stick around. We're going to do some more gap. We're going to do some practice, some gap shooting to different distances. We're going to practice some more, shooting the dot, shooting dots to just continue building confidence on the accuracy of this setup. And hopefully I get to record all of it with you guys coming along the way. All right, the 30-yard line. We'll shoot one in the deer, we'll shoot one in the block. I did it again. That one booked off to the left just a little bit. I mean, it's still in the lungs on this target, but I'm not sure why I drift off to the left like that. I am going to adjust my sunshade, eliminate a little bit of starburst, and these Excels have some super bright pins. So I got a little creep on me. I was able to catch it though, and it's a little bit lower than the first two, but it's in there. Yeah, a little bit low. Not sure what I'm doing there. Sometimes when you're not doing what you think you could be doing, you got to find your small victories. And the accuracy of those cold shots was nice. I was real happy with that. So that's what we're going to build off of today. I drifted off to the left on that one with the wind. Let's end this thing on the deer. All right, so on the 30-yard, I had a couple of flyers, misses, and should have listened to my body, taking a little break. So pulled them, we're gonna shoot them and then go walk and see the group. All right, we go look at them for what they are. I'll tell you, the two far left ones that you're gonna look at, those are the last two shots. But got to build off the success of those 40-yard cold shots, and the groups were, for the most part, the groups are pretty good. Like I said, those last two arrows I shot, it's just hard staying on target. Stability's just not there for. I think I brought 12 arrows out, and that's about where the stability runs out for me. Yeah. So these were my first four that I put into that target. I hit one up here on the neck, and then I had one off target. I reshot one of those flyers down here, and you can see where I punched it out to the left, pushed it out here to the left. And then that was the first four I shot into this target, and that was one of those two flyers. All in all, not horrible. Just not smart about listening to myself, listening to what my shoulders tell me. About arrow 8, I try to push through about 6 or 7 arrows at a time, and about arrow 6, my shoulder was, you see it in the video, my shoulder was trying to collapse, and I wasn't able to hold the bow at draw. So at that time I should have listened to my shoulder and taken a little bit more extended break. But overall, not bad. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the success of the cold shot. We'll keep making some more of these. Tomorrow we're gonna probably reshoot the Hoyt and check the 40, 30, and 20-yard pins again on both targets, and then after that we're going to start doing gap shooting once I'm 100% confident, in the Hoyt's ability for point of impact, point of aim be the same. Point of aim, point of impact be the same thing. Then I'll start my gap shooting. I got a stand set up to do some stand shooting. Check our third axis from the stand, and after that we'll start doing some broadhead tuning.